Hello YouTube, this is Trove again, and again we're doing another review on another Bear Creek Arsenal product. This is the 10.5 inch 223 Wylde Upper, and pretty much impressions are decent. I'm not going to say they're great, I'm going to say they're decent. So, story behind this, I kind of wanted a cheap build, something I can kind of trash around and not really, feel too bad about it. And I wanted something that potentially could be home defense. So I'll tell you a little bit more about this. So I started off with the lower. The lower really wasn't cheap. It's about 160 bucks for the Spikes Tactical. And I was like, okay, well, that's pretty much where I'm going to spend the most of my money. Let me cheapen up on the rest. And traditionally, you're looking at uppers from a reputable brand. You're looking anywhere from $500 to, $1,500. So they're pretty pricey. So Bear Creek Arsenal being at $200, $220, $240 out the door, can't remember, I have to look at emails, was very, very competitive. With that said, I'll tell you what I like and I'll tell you what I don't like. I'll start off with what I don't like. So right off the rip, I had oiled up my upper and just wanted to go ahead and, just rack it, see how it felt, pulling the charging handle. And I got some very deep scarring on the charging handle. And so I informed Bear Creek Arsenal. It was not I expect you to get me a new charging handle or send me a new upper. It was more of a, hey, just letting you guys know this happened. And I never got a single response from them. So I was a little disappointed with that, seeing as they always want to send out their emails to me once I've signed up, that they wanted to always sell me something, but didn't want to fulfill, any obligations as a customer for previous products. So I was a little disappointed on that, but I made sure once I saw the scratches, I was like, okay, we might as well run it. So I just started charging it, making sure I can grind it down so I can get a smoother action there. And eventually I just ended up putting the Bore Buddy reliability kit gas blocker in here. And I just pretty much devoted this charging handle to the cheap CMMG conversion kit. So I've shot this recently. I actually shot this yesterday, and what I saw is, unfortunately, I did not have my my OEM BCG with me, so I did have to borrow one from a buddy there, and he just ran a mil spec, and I did not have a single issue with my gun functioning. So as far as reliability goes on the upper part, no issues. You pay for what you get. Of course, there's probably things that could be nicer, but really this is a chunk of metal, and a bullet is traveling through the barrel at a very tight barrel. Remember, this is 223 Wylde, so essentially it's supposed to make 223 more accurate. So it functions. Additionally, if you didn't know, CMMG conversion kits will function in a 223 barrel. 223 Wylde barrel. So there's that to consider if you're looking on doing a dual build like I did. So again, started off with something cheap, and then as time went on, I was thinking about, I should probably do some upgrades. So I, installed a little angled foregrips, some canted iron sights, a B5 grip, and I just pretty much use this tack fire buffer tube with brace, and I think I got that for like 50 bucks. So not very much money spent on this thing. The most expensive thing is probably going to be the scope, which I got for $125 out the door with shipping from Athlon. And again, I got that due to my expert voice price. I think their MSRP is about double that, so I got a good deal on it. And the Timney trigger. The Timney trigger is about 150, so I got that for about $100 again with my discounts. So overall, the gun works. Prior to me firing with my friend's BCG, I was just using the BCG that was included, and I had light primer strikes, 7 out of the 30 rounds that went into the chamber. So again, when I switched to my friend's BCG, worked flawlessly. So the issue here was quality control with the pretty much that guide. I really don't know what to call it. The guide that the charging handle goes through. There was some wear that need to be taken off. Some metal shavings that need to be taken off, and the BCG. So just know that overall, you know, for $240 out the door, I was very satisfied. Again, you know, I'm gonna try saving the BCG by installing a new firing pin and see if that does the job. And if that's the case, then it's a $20 fix, you know. So I'll go ahead and take it out just so you guys can see it. So that's my new dedicated charging handle for mil-spec BCGs, or any 5.56 BCG really. So we'll take a look at the pin, and we'll look at the bolt completely, and I'll give you my analysis. Okay, so it's always pain to turn the, oh yeah, we gotta get the firing pin out first, and then we turn this. And I tend to forget I have this guide here, but I just never pay attention to it. And so we're just gonna pull this out and release, voila. So I think I'll just clean it while I'm in here. But overall, I mean, looks mil-spec, nothing too fancy. It does look like the coating is coming off a bit, or maybe that's additional coating that's just not kind of, you know, uniform. I have no idea. But again, not premium in any sense at all. So like, again, it's just something cheap. With that said, would I consider buying another one? I think I would, to be honest. But I don't think I have to, since I already have one. With that said, the reason why I think I want to consider changing the firing pin and changing the BCG altogether is, in case, you know, stuff hits the fan, I want one firearm that can do multiple things. And since I could put 22 in this as well, it's good for a little small game hunting. And also, if I need to switch and use to a more lethal round, I can always switch to 5.56. So that was my justification behind it. And I'll just put this back together. I just want to make sure it's the right way. Never going dry. Just want to lube it up first. Okay. And I'm just going to put this back in. Okay. And again, same thing with this. Don't want it dry. Okay. Okay, then we pull it, then we turn. And again, so I'll let you guys know what happens when I change out the firing pin on this BCG and see if that does the trick. I'm hoping it does, you know, just because it'd be nice to just carry some extra pins and just have that readily available. Again, I'm still trying to keep this as cheap as possible. And to be honest, I'll probably upgrade a lot of things. I'll probably end up upgrading that upper when I have a little more funds. So we'll see. All right, that's it. And we can just go ahead and put this back. And again. Oh, I always forget, you gotta send this forward. All right, and we'll close that up. All right, so there's that. Overall, if I give it a star rating, I'm giving it 3.5. But again, that's attributed to how much it costs. If I'm doing it that way, I would give it a good 4. 4 stars for 220 bucks is pretty good, man. If you're just getting into shooting and wanted to kind of keep things cheap, I would suggest you do that. And that's my honest review, man. I hope you guys enjoy. And lastly, if there's any video requests of anything you'd like to see, just go ahead and put it in the comment section, and I'll try my best to make it happen. Hope you guys have a good one, and God bless.